F-150, $12,000 off. F-250, $15,000 off. And now every car, truck, and SUV has 0% interest for 72 months. 0% for 72 months. Don't walk, run. These deals end soon. Big Star Ford, big city discounts, small town dealing.
Road Stadium, Katy, Texas. Patrick Creighton, Brent Hallmark with you. Start of the second quarter. Cinco Ranch Cougars with a 10-0 lead over the Morton Ranch Mavericks. Cougars have the ball 2nd and 10 from the Maverick 23. Now moving left to right. 2 receivers each side. Morrison's in the gun. Johnson the deep back. Takes a snap. Give is to Johnson. He bounces off a tackler and gets forward to about the 21-yard line. 2-yard gain.
Kelvin Boudreau and Craig Rhodes were there for the stop.
Boudreau Bostic and number 48, Craig Rhodes.
So it'll be 3rd and 8 from the 21.
3rd down and 8 for the Cougars.
2 receivers each side. Here comes the pressure. Morrison fires right side. It's complete. Across the 10, he's got the first down. That's Brant Keithy.
Number 14, Brant Keithy.
Yeah, with Ryan Holmes there that just saved 6 points.
1st and goal from the 8. Ball on the near hash. Cougars looking to go up 3 scores. Morrison in the gun. Johnson to his left. He'll take the snap, rolling left, and he's going to get dropped behind the line.
That was a good read by Ryan Lopez for the Mavericks. Pretty much went in there unimpeded, and as a result, sack.
Morrison loses 4 on that carry, although he did not really have anywhere to go. His penetration got into the backfield quickly. 2nd and goal from the 12. Morrison barks his signal. Fakes a pitch and then takes it himself up the middle, back to the 6-yard line.
And right there, Craig Rhodes was right there once again in that backfield early.
Number 11, Darius Bryant on the tackle.
Darius Bryant led the tackle.
So 3rd and goal from the 6. Ball on the far hash. 3 receivers to the left. Run the jet in motion. Morrison will keep it himself and walk into the end zone untouched. Mavericks seemed to have no idea who had the football. Everyone was following the receiver who came across on the jet motion. And Morrison walked up the middle. It was like they made a path for him.
It really did. I don't think they were expecting that kind of play, but it worked out for the Cougars. 6 points.
Donnie Smith on for the extra point. Snap, set, kick is up. And it is good. 9:53 to go, first half. Cougars 17, Mavericks nothing. This is Texas 6A high school football on Texan Live. Patrick Creighton, Brent Hallmark with you from Road Stadium on Texan Live. 6-yard touchdown run by Russell Morrison. Puts the Cougars on top 17-0. Brent, the Cougars have been moving the ball pretty well. The Mavericks need to get something going on offense.
Well, again, they have made some changes to their defense coming into the game, but they're going to have to make some adjustments because even with those changes, they've been giving up way too much yardage. Now, they've been able to take somewhat of an advantage some issues that the Cougars have been having once they get into the red zone, but still, the proof is in the pudding. It's 17-0 Cougars.
Now, so far, the kickoffs from Donnie Smith have been short pop-up style kicks that barely make the 20. Dartavius Dixon standing on his own 5. Another short pop-up kick fielded at the 30-yard line by Darius Bryant. We'll get to the 31.
Looked like Tramian Jamison was the one that brought him down.
So these short kicks, they're not getting the ball deep, but they're also not really allowing for any kind of return. As the Cougars are able to get to that ball quickly because they're only running 30 yards. So the Mavericks, 1st and 10 from their own 31, ball on the near hash, moving right to left. They trail 17-0, 9:49 to go before the half. Hernandez under center. He'll run the option, keeps it himself. Maybe he got to the 33.
Yeah, he was just met with a sea of Cougar defenders. He didn't have many options available to him.
So 2nd and 8. The Mavericks line up in such a tightly bunched formation.
And that's part of that 2 halfback set that they use every now and then.
So they have one receiver and everybody else is bunched in the box. Hernandez back to pass, now throwing deep left side into double coverage. Pass is caught at the Cougar 42. Austin Richardson with a terrific catch.
Oh, that was a terrific catch. Reggie Toddy was right there, but it was a very well thrown ball and that very acrobatic type catch.
Richardson, who's also the backup quarterback, was the only guy to line up outside the tackle box. 1st and 10 from the Cougar 41. 2 receivers wide right. Hernandez keeps it himself, now pitches it to the outside. He's got some room, 1st down, across the 40, across the 30, inside the 20, down to the 14-yard line. That's Dixon taking the pitch on the option. That time they finally got wide enough.
They did. Desmond Pierce had a touchdown-saving tackle. Otherwise, you'd be looking at a score for the Mavericks.
Timeout Cougars, 8:37 to go. 2nd quarter. Cougars lead at 17-0. This is Texas 6A High School football on Texan Live.
Register online at CESperformance.com for your sports performance program. CESperformance.com has multi-month memberships and team training. CESperformance.com has baseline performance testing included with every athletic development program. Schedule your athletic evaluation at CESperformance.com. There's no cost or commitment. Be prolific at CESperformance.com.
First time we've seen Dixon get a little room and he turned on the wheels. 1st and 10 from the 13-yard line. Pitch left side into the end zone for the touchdown.
Pretty much went in and impeded again, just like the Cougars did on the previous series.
Looked like Dartavius Dixon got that pitch wide to the right side, and he just bolted straight into the end zone untouched. It's a 13-yard touchdown run. Joseph Batiste on for the extra point. Snap, set, kick is up. And good. So the Mavericks ride a big play onto their first score. 17-7, 8:32 to go before the half. This is Texas 6A High School football on Texan Live. Fans, Texan Live is your new home for Houston high school sports. Trio of games left on the slate for tomorrow night. From the Berry Center, Langham Creek, last year's district champs, look to get their first district win. They'll face Cy Lakes. Humble is at New Caney in a game that could determine the district 16 6A championship. And the Woodlands is at Turner to face Atascocita, all right here on Texan Live. Batiste kickoff, end over end, fielded at the 18. Straight up the near hash to the 30 to the 40. Brought down at the 42. Nice return by Keithy.
Ryan Lopez was right there for the stop.
So the Cougars will take over. First and 10 from their own 42. Ball's on the near hash, moving left to right.
Now here's where the Maverick defense has to start stuffing them up.
Morrison takes a snap, looks to throw right side. It's complete at the 48. Wrapped up, out of bounds. Tackled by Ryan Holmes. That's Cifuentes with the catch. They'll mark him to the 49. It's a 7-yard pickup. 2nd and 3 from the 49. Mavericks showing pressure. Morrison up the middle. Johnson, he's got the first down. Into Maverick territory to the 45-yard line.
Ron Lopez and Craig Rhodes there for the stop.
1st and 10 from the Maverick 45. 7:45, clock winding. Second quarter, Cougars lead 17-7. Morrison barks his signal. Takes the snap, keeps it himself, dodges 3 tacklers, and then falls forward for maybe a yard.
Sean Williams is right there in the middle for the tackle.
Tried to fake the handoff to Johnson and buy himself time, but did not fool that defensive line. 2nd and 9. Morrison takes the snap, looks to throw, fires over the middle, in and out of the hands of Ananaku. Wasn't the most accurate pass, but Ananaku, I'm sure, wants it back. So it'll be 3rd and 9 now from the 44.
And here's where the Morton Ranch defense needs to toughen up and force that 4th down.
Cifuentes in for Ananaku. Morrison in the gun. Maverick show blitz. Takes a snap. Here comes the pressure. Steps up, fires over the middle. Incomplete. Too high for Cifuentes, his intended receiver. And that'll bring out the punting team.
DeAndre Allen there on the coverage.
So big stop for the Mavericks, who finally get a score and then hold on the next possession.
In the punt for the Cougars, number 31, Davis. 18.
And this is exactly what they needed to do just to stay in the game as well as for momentum.
Hastings gets a snap that rolls to him, gets off an ugly but effective punt that bounces at the 20 and then takes a terrific Cougar roll inside the 10 and then out of bounds. So the Cougars, on a play that looked like it might be disastrous, the snap was basically a ground ball.
It was. It looked like a baseball.
And the punt was, listen, there was no air on that punt, but angled it well. It took a favorable bounce, and it all works out well for the Cougars as they have the Mavericks pinned down at their own 7-yard line to start this drive. 6:48 to go before the half. Cougars with a 17-7 lead. A tight formation for the Mavericks. Hernandez under center. Handoff up the middle. Huge pile of players. Bodies getting thrown everywhere.
Number 8, Larry Anderson on carry.
picked up maybe a yard on that play.
Yeah, he was met by 3/4 of the Cinco Ranch defense.
When you stack everybody up inside the tackle box, you're not making the defense cover a lot of room. You try to go up the middle, you're running right into a pile of bodies. 2nd and 9. Hernandez, they run the option. He gets it to Dixon. Loses the football, picked up and carried into the end zone for the touchdown. Austin Simmons picked up the fumble and took it 5 yards down for the touchdown. Hernandez, an ill-advised last-second pitch. It was behind Dixon. He was never able to get a good hold on it, and he got popped. Ball comes loose, and those option plays are very dangerous when the ball is being tossed about in the backfield.
Especially when you're that far back in your own end zone.
Donnie Smith's extra point is up and good. 6:02 to go before the half. Cougars take a 24-7 lead. This is Texas 6A high school football on Texan Live. So, Brent, worst case scenario there for the Mavericks. They had just gotten their first touchdown. They got a big stop right after, and then the worst possible turnover leads to a defensive score for the Cougars.
And that was just good focus on the Cougars, seeing that the fumble did occur, picking it up, just going in. But that happens when you have those option plays that far deep in your own end zone. And as a result, the momentum that Morton Ranch had definitely is now shifted to Cinco Ranch. Over there on the far side where the visiting Morton Ranch Mavericks are, coaches telling their players, shake it off, let's go back out there, and let's do what we need to do.
So far it seems that the Mavericks cannot physically match up with the Cougars at the line of scrimmage, but they might have some advantages on the outside with speed. But when they line up on offense, it's 10 guys in the tackle box and they're trying to play power football. Kickoff, short, end over end, fielded at the 21. Across the 30, 35, and to the 37-yard line, but a flag way back at the 23. It's Darius Bryant on the return.
Number 50, White on the return team. Illegal block in the back of the way. 10-yard penalty from the 25-yard line. It'll be first and 10 from the 15 for Morton Ranch.
So Sean Flax called for the block in the back that negates a good return. That'll push the Mavericks back to their own 15-yard line.
And that is definitely something they did not need, because they're going to need to answer for that touchdown that Cinco just got on the fumble on this series to at least bring them back into the game.
They come out in the three-back option set. Hand off to the right side. It's Dixon. Bounces off two tacklers, and he's gang tackled. Never even made the line of scrimmage. Lost a yard on the play. And that's another play where they're trying to go inside the tackles. And Dixon's trying to bounce to the outside because there's no room up in that tackle box for him.
No, and you're having the secondary when they see that Dixon has the ball coming up just to support the line right there. And if he can even break the line of scrimmage, he's lucky. But
now, when they're running three backs in the backfield and they can't get blockers on defenders, I set Handoff. Off right tackle, and again, nowhere to go. As Dixon just gets shoved backwards. Made a yard on the play.
Tackle on the play by 91, Jesse.
They continue to run that play to the right, off that right tackle, and they cannot get the blocks. They can't get the blocks at the point of attack, let alone the blocks, onto the secondary units.
Exactly, and in that play right there that they tried to test the middle, Jesse Amari was right there for the stop.
I set 2 receivers left. Hernandez keeping himself. Fakes the handoff, gets across the 20 to the 25. He's got the first down, brought down about the 27-yard line.
First down, Mavericks.
So Hernandez, nice move to shake a tackler and get his team a first down.
Well, that was a good tackle by Jacob Smith. But the Mavericks do benefit with getting the first down.
1st and 10 from their own 27. Ball on the far hash. 3:58 to go, opening half. Mavericks trail 24-7. I set. Hernandez fakes it, pitch wide left to Dixon, and I don't know that he made the line.
That's going to be close if he even did.
Dartavius Dixon on carry.
They'll give Dixon the 29. So
Dami Ilasami on the tackle.
gets a yard on the play.
Second down 8. Ball is at the 29
Second down
yard
and
line.
9.
Well, Alasami was right there for the stop.
2 receivers wide right. I set. Hernandez under center. Drops back looking to throw. Wide open, terrific catch by Dixon, who came out of the backfield completely uncovered. A little better throw, and that's 6.
Andrew Ugetta was there in the area,
First down, Mavericks.
Dixon,
but you're right, that came close to being 6 points.
diving catch to the Cougar 36-yard line. If he didn't have to lay out for that ball, it would have been 6.
Yes.
But still a big first down for the Mavericks. 2:45 to go before the half. I set 2 receivers wide right. Pitch for Dixon, left side, bounces through a couple of tacklers. Down to the 32-yard line.
In on the tackle, number 58, Jared
4-yard pickup. He's 2nd and 6.
Ilasami.
Ball on the near hash. Elisomni with the tackle. Elisomni's been very active tonight.
Gain of 4
His
yards
name's
on
been
the
called
play.
quite a bit.
That'll bring up second down 6.
2 receivers to the right. I set. Hernandez. Pitch to the right for Dixon. Across the 30 and brought down the 28-yard line.
Dartavius Dixon on the carry.
Ben Mathesmeyer was right there for the shoestring tackle.
They'll give him to the 20,
Jacob Smith and Ben
just about the 27. Called his 3rd and a long yard.
Gain of 5 yards on the play. That'll bring
Ball
up
on the
third
far
down
hash.
1.
Minute 35 to go.
27.
Mavericks do have all 3 timeouts. I set. Pitch to the left, breaks a tackle, gets across the 20. Oh, he was hit late. That was Michael White, and he took a really big shot. Kind of late.
Reggie
From
touched
Leo
him.
Morero.
He really was.
Tackle, first down, Mavericks.
It's enough to move the sticks for the first down to the 24-yard line. Minute 6 to go. And you got to start wondering, when are they going to start taking timeouts? You got a minute left, and they're running very slowly. Hernandez under pressure, fires left side to the end zone. Incomplete. Tried to hit Austin Richardson. He was well covered.
And Jacob Smith was there on the coverage, and he almost had that interception. He's going to he's going to remember that one. He had the ball right in his hand, but he just went out of the field to play.
52 ticks on the clock before the half. Mavericks trying to get a score in before the break. Two receivers to the right. Hernandez under center, eye set. Runs the option, keeps it himself, cuts back, gets to about the 21. They need to use some timeouts. Finally, they will call timeout with 42 seconds.
And they need to answer, because on that play, I think it was Ben Mathesmeyer that really disrupted what the Mavericks wanted to do by getting into the backfield a little bit earlier than they would have liked.
So 42 ticks remain. They've let a lot of precious seconds here at the end of the half. They've just let tick off the clock.
And I'm with you. I don't understand that. They need to use the clock for their favor, because they are within legitimate striking distance. But if they run out of time, it's all going to be for naught.
Be a big boon for them if they could get a touchdown here right before the half. Friends, don't forget, tune in to Fox Sports Southwest tonight after our game from 11 to midnight for the Houston High School Football Wrap-Up Show presented by Texan Drive. Join Howard Chen, John Lopez, Courtney Rowland, and Courtney Madden as they'll take you around the city with all of the week's football action. The Houston High School Football Wrap-Up Show presented by Texan Drive tonight from 11 to midnight on Fox Sports Southwest. 3rd down and 7 from the 21. Ball on the far hash. Two receivers to the right. Richardson one-on-one to the left.
Fumble.
Loses the snap, and it's to be recovered by the Cougars. Disaster strikes for the Mavericks again. Coming out of the timeout, and they can't handle the snap. Somehow, the Mavericks were able to recover that ball. I'll tell you what, when that ball started bouncing around, a red jersey landed on that ball first. So somebody somehow wrestled that thing from a maroon jersey.
Yeah, Austin Richardson came up with it, but yeah, we had a great vantage. From our vantage point, we could see that it was a Cougar that originally had that fumble.
So Joseph Batiste will come on to attempt a 38-yard kick from the near hash. Timeout, Mavericks. 3 seconds remaining on the clock before the half. Cougars lead 24-7. This is Texas 6A.
Big Star Ford, Houston's fastest growing Ford dealer. Why? Huge discounts, most for your trade. Explorers, $6,000 off. Fusion, $7,000 off. F-150, $12,000 off. F-250, $15,000 off. And now, every car, truck, and SUV has 0% interest for 72 months. 0% for 72 months. Don't walk, run. These deals end soon. Big Star Ford, big city discounts, small town dealing.
Patrick Creighton, Brent Hallmark with you. 3 seconds to go before the half. Mavericks very close to turning the ball over. Somehow recover the fumble. Now they'll attempt a 38-yard field goal with Joseph Batiste from the near hash. Snap, set, kick is up. It has the distance, and it is no good, missing it wide to the left as time expires. So at the end of the first half, Cinco Ranch Cougars 24, Morton Ranch Mavericks 7. This is Texans 6A high school football on Texan Live. The halftime show is presented by Panera Bread.
At Panera, we decided a long time ago to avoid the easy road and switch to antibiotic-free chicken. That decision set a lot of things in motion. So now it's not just chickens raised this way. It's more ingredients you can trust. which has taught us a lesson. Sometimes, what you think is the harder road turns out to be the only one worth being on. Panera Bread. Live consciously. Eat deliciously.